James Shaw.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. So question time today highlighted a number of ways in which the national government is being cute when it comes to the economics of climate change. For one, National, like the polluting industries that they're trying to protect, can only see the costs when it comes to rolling up our sleeves and doing something meaningful to address climate change. Climate change for National is not about the costs polluters will pay for the damage that they're doing to our climate. It's all about the costs that New Zealanders will have to pay on their behalf so that polluters don't have to change. We've made it clear that putting a real price on carbon will flow through the economy. It has to have the transformative effect that we need, but it won't leave households and businesses worse off. All the money raised from our carbon tax is paid straight back to families and businesses in the form of a personal and company tax cut. Only those who pollute will actually pay for the pollution. So what's the impact on the wider economy, Mr. Speaker? Government modellers Infometrics have forecast that a 40% emissions reduction target by 2030 would cost the economy just 1/10 of 1% of GDP growth per year. 1/10 of 1% of GDP growth to secure a stable climate and a prosperous future. The other way that National is being cute on the economics of climate change is how they say nothing about the costs of doing nothing. National won't add up the costs of increasing severe weather events, rising sea levels, and the millions of dollars of subsidies being paid to polluters through the failed emissions trading scheme. Failure to take action on the climate carries a higher economic cost alongside the moral one. There's also a significant economic opportunity cost of doing nothing meaningful on the climate. By not setting ambitious targets for reducing carbon, we'll be slow to decarbonise our economy. We'll fail to send the kinds of price signals that businesses like Fonterra need to stop investing in new coal-fired plants rather than in renewable energy-fired plants instead. On the world stage, without incentives to innovate and invest in smart green ways of doing business, New Zealand companies will miss playing our special part in one of the world's fastest growing sectors, the clean tech economy. We'll be slow to invest in renewable energy plants, solar panel installations, energy efficient retrofits, the development and production of significant volumes of biofuels, electric cars, fast trains, and all the clean tech services that we are so good at developing in niche fields. A well-regulated market is what's needed to send the clear signals that business needs to divest and then reinvest. A smart use of government procurement processes is what's needed to help small and medium-sized clean tech businesses to scale up to take on the world. A stable consensus across this House on carbon budgets would give the confidence and the certainty that all businesses need to make long-term capital investment decisions. National is getting increasingly out of touch with how modern 21st century economies are going to need to work for them to be able to work at all. Mr. Speaker, I stood for Parliament and for co-leader because I want to change the things that matter. Our current collision course with our climate is something that matters. Despite recent setbacks, I would like to build common cause across this House on climate change. The government is about to set an emissions reduction target to take to the Paris climate talks in December. I want us to talk to each other rather than past each other and agree on an ambitious target that New Zealanders can be proud of. This century will be the century of sustainability. The countries and the businesses that lead the shift to sustainability will prosper the most. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.